Paul, what was that moment like for you to see have the gear back on, back behind the plate?
Well, it was special. I think everyone knows that. I don't know if there's the correct word. It was emotional. It was an emotional day for me, which isn't that important, but I think reflects what a lot of people feel about watching Joe. And I know he's non-committal. We respect that. But the way the day took shape, conversations the last few days about seeing if we could make something happen that would, just allow him something that will always be a memory. I know he talked about the fact that where we are allowed him to have the comfortableness to do that. But, it wasn't about Joe. It was for what he wanted for his family. And I know he talked a lot about his dad. And, gosh, he looks good in that gear, so it was good to see. And all of us that tried to help orchestrate it, it came off, I was a little bit concerned how I was going to play, and talked to Rick Rennery this morning and trying to make sure we had all our bases covered. And, we pulled it off, and I thought it was beautiful.
For your team, what did a moment like that you think signify, even though the season didn't go the way that you wanted to, but for the guys to see a moment like that and end the season like it went today?
Well, we were saying, it was Joe kind of agreed to do it, but we knew it was about how people would respond to it more than Joe. It's for Joe. It's never been about Joe, and I think for his teammates the same way. We didn't really spread it around too far as how we had thoughts about how the end of the day should come for Joe, and it might have spread a little bit this morning, and then as he went up to get the gear on there, people started to understand what was going to transpire. And, just watching him come through that tunnel and up those steps, it made it worthwhile. I know we put a lot of thought into it, and couldn't be more happier that we decided to go in that direction.
Has it sunk in for you that you might have managed his last game?
Probably not. I think with the uncertainty, I'll just kind of be like Joe. I'll see where it goes, and we'll see how this downtime affects what he wants to do. And it would be a huge difference, I think, for any manager to lose a player and a person like that. But we'll see where it goes.
Well, can you put into words what he means to this franchise? If this is it, is there a way you can, one of the greatest ever?
Putting into words, it's just one of those things where you just talk about the man. And I try to imagine his circumstances of. The attention he got pre-draft and coming in as the #1 pick, and the expectations and hometown, and getting hurt right out of the chute, and then having to overcome that, and then turn into one of the best players of his generation. The consistency in which he went about it, resume is impeccable, and the fact that he has held up the integrity side of it with. His community involvement and the family, and his commitment to help where he can, understanding the pedestal that athletes have. It's just been a package that the Twins have been blessed to have a local guy turn out to be the player and the person that Joe has been for this franchise.